Good afternoon, Bob with Trade Genius here, the 23rd of March, and I think we are teetering here on the edge. And I guess today was an interesting day. The market trying to retrace the move from the highs, and maybe we'll look at it together from a fib standpoint, but it struggled today. And the nice thing about this market now that it's volatility's moved up is if you're a day trader, you're going to make a lot more money because the market just been moving back and forth quite a bit. And believe it or not, we made money in XIV again today. I have to look at my percentage, but it was I'm at least 1.25%, maybe 1.5%. Some other guys made over 2% today. There's a method that we use. And, for people who are signing up for the Advanced ETF, I give the day trade signals out. Pretty soon, though, we're going to get a swing trade in XIV. Call that out in a regular service. We still have our special going on. And, we've made money pretty much across the board today. And I think now that the market's moving, we're going to do quite well. Because, I'm a swing trader, short swing trader at heart, and if we can start getting 2 to 3 day moves back and forth instead of this grind that we have that has small chops, we're going to be able to make our 3 to 5% on trades and hop off and let it reverse and hop back on again. So exciting times are coming, hopefully for us. And look at UVXY. My thinking here is, excuse me, I'm going to cough real quick. I'm going to mute for a second. We're looking at probably now that's pushed up, hit the R2. Friday we may get a retrace because of healthcare news, but it may be gunning for the mid-20s here. And I hope at this point, I'd like to get through Friday because I got some put spreads on a couple things. But going into next week, I would love to see a major retrace in UVXY. And then we'll get a $3,000 to $5,000 UVXY put move when it resettles. But I think like I said, from the middle of March, that I'm looking for 6 weeks here and looking for up to a 10% correction. I have no idea how far it'll go, but that is not out of the ordinary for a move here and still be considered a bull move. I just think the euphoria of whatever the big money was doing to get retail in after the election is that they ran out of buyers and now everybody's bailing out. And as I said before a million times, it's going to take Trump a year to get through this stuff. I mean, he's still dealing with this fake Russian crap, and now he has to deal with the healthcare crap. And then everything he's going to do is just going to be a fight because it's really not about Democrat, Republican anymore. It's really about us and them, about nationalists versus globalists, and about the landed gentry and everybody else. And those aren't easily resolved issues. And he has no friends. So at least all the friends he has don't vote other than in the elections. So now he has to really, really slog to get through, whether you like this guy or not. And I'll tell you, for people who don't like this guy and still love this country, he's actually your friend. And those politicians that you think are your friends, remember they gave you Obamacare. Remember Obama spied on everybody. Remember Obama killed everybody in the Middle East. So just get your hat on straight here, and hopefully this guy will cause some chaos in Washington instead of Washington causing chaos in our world. But anyway, enough of that. It's going to cause the market some dislocation, though. So moving on to short caps, small caps here is, and I'm doing this by volume again. I like because this is where the action was. It had a big push down, and now I think TWM hit a moving average here, which is kind of weird because it's really an ultra short. But to me, a lot of it still obeys technical some technical charting. So it hit the R2 yesterday or 2 days ago and bounced down off of it, and now I think it's going to probably take a ride, higher again, going into next week, and I'll probably be selling call spreads on IWM and take off my put spread tomorrow. I still got $2 out of the money, so hopefully it doesn't crash on me overnight. We'll find out. Silver Wheaton's retracing that move from the earnings, kind of staying away right now. We may get a deflationary impulse here and scare Yellen a little bit, and then we'll see the metals and miners move higher. Okay, we talked vol already. Like I told people for months, get a small position in SH and as protection, also TLT. And I said also get maybe IAU or GLD's too expensive, and they need to be in your portfolio because those three will do well in the next 12 to 18 months. The yen is consolidating up here. I don't know if that means it's going to come down, or if it's consolidating, it's going to continue in direction. Typically, those consolidation moves get they go in the direction they came. So we'll have to see what money flow does here, and then if money flow turns back up and we're still in that consolidation zone, then I'm looking for FXY to move higher, and then that should support our precious metals and not support the market. Okay, I'm going to skip some of these small ones here. Dust is a bull flag. I'd love for it to get back up to here in the 33, 34, maybe even all the way up to here. It's going to be a great short again. Technology is just hanging on the VWAP, but that doesn't look really positive to me at all. So I think that floor is going to come out of XLK. Real estate, I'm just going to stay away until I start seeing this in a recession. Financials are struggling. This is a consolidation that's going to continue to move down. XLG, this is the top 50, Nifty 50. I see this thing dropping at least down to like 162 short term. IWM sitting right on moving average, below VWAP, and came off of a low here. We'll see what it does. If it breaks that low at a 133.08 area, then it's going to take another move down lower. And I think if you look at that, it's kind of a funky looking head and shoulders pattern. That's 12 points, 133, 123. So if it breaks that low at 130, let's call it 132.50 to keep it simple, then I think that thing's going to drop 10 points. So just keep an eye on it. And I think it happens soon. Either that trade blows up or it happens next week. So let's look at SPY here real quick. Let me see here with my fib lines. So let me go from the high here. I just want to look to see how much of a retracement we got off this low. And let me zoom in here a little bit. So we barely got the 23% of the retrace off the big move. So let me go off this latest move here. Let's go to the Yellen move. And I think this was Yellen move here. How much did we retrace off the Yellen move here? So we got to 38%. This is very bearish, guys, because like a normal retracement, would go try to capture 61.8. You think it would get up to here, and the way the market was moving from yesterday and today, my expectation was for it to go all the way through to Friday to here. I was playing for that. I went long. I bought some put spreads. Sold. I sold some. I bought some. I've been day trading XIV, and with the expectation is that we'd get like kind of a normal retracement up before it rolled over, but this is very weak. And so if it rolls past this low here, then you know, it's hard for me to give a measurement, but I'm going to zoom out and see if we can get a better feel for where the market's going to go here. Let me get rid of that drawing here. Let me erase. Okay, so let me zoom out. So it looks like the next area of support, the market, these are daily pivots, so it's not really going to help us too much for today, but you know, the next area here is at 230. Okay, and if we move out to the daily here, you know, then we're looking at here for VWAP 226. Then we're looking here 217, 218, and then down here is the daily, is like the yearly pivot, like at 207. So that's my view, guys. I think this thing is just going to keep rolling down, down, and down, you know. And then here's the Trump gap, and I think the Trump gap gets filled, and then we'll wait and see what happens. I mean, there's really, from an economic standpoint, there's no reason why any of this should have happened. The only reason why this happened was to allow other people to transfer their shares to dumb money, and now we're going to now the dumb money is going to get out. Hopefully they're smart enough to get out quick enough. But I mean, I don't know the idiots that bought up here, but they're not getting their money back anytime soon, my view. And then I think it comes down, so we'll just have to keep an eye on it. So anyway, I'll see if I can babble on about anything else. Let's just look at gold. We talked about it already. You know, gold doesn't look bad, but see, it's already overbought here, retracing a little bit. You know, I'm looking for it to come back down to the VWAP area here. I know I'm on a daily, and then have it boom. Look at this channel. It's a beautiful channel. I've had this channel up for a long time, and there's no reason why it shouldn't come back up and hit these areas here. There's a big fib area up here too. So that's my expectation. Once we get another buy signal on this thing, looks like it's going to roll over a little bit. But this is embedded, okay? This was a dip to buy, and then we'll wait for the next dip to buy, and we'll jump on this train again. We had Nugget earlier in the week. We'll go back to Nugget again, or I'll buy Dust Puts. I don't know which way I'm going to play it yet, but I'll call it out for those who subscribe. Let me flip. ERX is bad news. EEM, I think this is going to consolidate. Look at the embedded. It's, you know, I don't really trade this. Maybe I should start. But that's, you know, this was a move. You know, why, I don't know, to be honest with you, because this dollar was strong through here. And so I think it might be some expectation, but I mean, Trump's talking about, you know, getting the dollar down, and the whole time the dollar was up. So people are starting to think that, hey, maybe we need to be moving out of the dollar into something else. Be interesting to see what happens here. It's consolidating right now, and then I think you know, if it doesn't break this you know, this low here, and this retraces back up again, and this stays embedded up, then I think this is going to make another leg higher and probably good for a 5 or 10% move, and then maybe we'll trade it. XLY, consumer discretionary. I just see this thing collapsing. A little bear flag on it right now, and just autos are in trouble, retail's in trouble. I mean, it's just amazing. I think I'm going to do a video. Maybe I'll do it this weekend, and I'll use California as an example of the average California family that's college educated, not rich, but I mean just regular people working, and show you how much money they don't have after just even just renting, each having a car, paying for health care, a couple kids, and just to show you what little discretionary income people really have. And it should scare the hell out of you. And California is, and here I live here. I mean, you see people. It still looks like boomtown, and but people turn it off like a light bulb out here. I've been out here for now, gosh, 27 years, and so when things go bad, it goes bad fast here. People. This is really Vegas on the coast, and a lot of people make their money off of real estate here, and speculating. And when that turns off, man, that whole train just falls off the track all the way back. And there's a lot of people that have spending money are in that game. So it'll be quite interesting. And so I just see that this is where the depression's going to start. Is that people just simply aren't going to have any money to do anything other than survive. And 70% of our economy is service industries. And I don't know how they survive. I mean, just think about it. You have people, who's going to go to, Massage Envy, right? Who's going to be running out to the yogurt place? I mean, if you think about it, Starbucks costs people, I think it's an average of $1,400 a year. Well, if you lose your job, you're not spending money at Starbucks. And then once the grocery stores are already suffering, we had a big, huge chain just go out of business out here. Out here, a grocery store, they have to pay $80,000 a month rent for those stores out here. I don't know where it is anywhere else, but $80,000 a month for like a Ralph's type of grocery store. That is a lot of money, and that's just to pay the rent. And so, you're talking 2-3% margin, and people just are not buying high margin stuff. The high margin stuff, they'll go out and get it on Jet or on Amazon, and that's will start backing up the commercial real estate, and then so it goes. And the restaurants out here are already screwed. I mean, you go out to eat, you're $36 into just getting 3 takeouts here. There's 3 of us in the family. We come back from volleyball practice. Hey, let's not eat in. $36, and I mean, what are we getting? We're getting some Chinese food and a couple entrees somewhere, and we're taking it home. If you eat in, you're at $60. And last year for my daughter's birthday, we went to IHOP for breakfast. Took a friend, and we had breakfast, and it came to $100 for breakfast. So I said to my daughter this year, I said, "You want to go out for breakfast for your birthday?" Oh, I love her so much. She said, "Oh, Dad, no, we don't need to spend $100 for breakfast. Let's just have food home." I mean, think about that. I mean, that even freaked out a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old at the time. So I just don't see how people can do it. And so it's just I just don't understand what's going to happen. I think it's going to be really scary, and I think you'll start seeing this stuff roll over. Drip. I think Drip probably had his move. It's going to consolidate again, and I think we'll get another leg higher. Talked about gold. We're going to get close for another try on wheat again. The thing about wheat is that it can't go too much lower because people just simply are not going to farm it. And we're starting to get now where some of the crops that are being sold by some of these countries are being rejected. So that means the lower quality stuff now is what's being sold off. And the Kansas wheat, winter wheat, I guess they call it the spring wheat. I guess it's winter wheat. I'm not really sure. The one that actually gets harvested in spring is going to, I guess that's the winter wheat, is bad to very bad because it got very cold and they didn't have the snow cover, and it's dry now. So my expectation is that harvests aren't going to be good this year. So I'm going to look for every chance here to try to catch some moves in wheat and corn. And then when I start seeing an uptrend again, I'll get back into JJG again. Natural gas, I think we're coming to the end of the move here. I still think we get to probably $8. I've stayed away from it. It was getting choppy. I'm in SWN. I think we're going to get our move there. And then going into the spring, I'm going to go ahead and look to be shorting UNG, maybe with buy cold or something like that. Twitter. Let's see if anything else I want to show you guys. I bought Joe today. Of course, when I buy it, it never works. I just been snake bitten on this thing. I had such a great run on it, and now I'm just like, just can't get it to move. But I'm going to give it another shot. I gave it some room this time, and we're going into a good seasonal time here, and so we'll see if we can get a 3 to 5% move out of it. See here, miners. I'm waiting. CRK. Let's see here, oil. I don't think oil has much farther to fall. Maybe if we get a deflationary move, it could go into 30s. But I've been calling for mid 40s for quite some time, and if we get another 5 or 10% move on this, I think it'll sufficiently scare the market enough they'll start pulling production off. So, and then that'll change some of the dynamics in the economy. So V dollar still holding its losses. MOS, we're in MOS. It's consolidating right here. I'm waiting for the push higher and to make my 5 to 10% on it. Corn, I'm in corn. I'm staying in corn. I think it's good support where it is, and I'm looking for an impulse up to take profit on it. Okay. Let me just go to SWN, the only other one I own, and really strong base here. If you're not in it, you probably should take a shot at it. I think you'll like it, and I'm looking for it literally. I think it easily can get up to the 9s. Right now I'll bail out at 8, but I'll move those limits up if I start seeing the trend. Anyway, Bob from Trade Genius, thanks for letting me do all my little segues. I think it's important to understand my thinking, and also it's important for you guys to start thinking through what's going to happen here. We absolutely are in change mode right now, and I don't think people are ready for it. Anyway, have a good one. I will catch you guys all. I guess today's Thursday. I'll catch you guys over the weekend. I'll do a bunch of videos. Thanks. Bye. Make sure you sign up at tradegenius.co. Anniversary code. We're running this thing for one more week, and the response has been overwhelming, and love for you to join us. We'll definitely help you make money.